I want to share an interesting story how a cat told me about consciousness. So my neighbor is traveling for a week and he asked me to do a big favor. He said, can you babysit my cat for 1 week, just feed it. It's pretty old and it's pretty calm and docile. And I'm like, okay, cool. I've never owned a cat before, but I'm up for it. So he dropped the cat off. All was well, cat is going hiding when they're getting familiar with the new area. But once it started getting comfortable, it started just wilding out, pouncing on me, jumping on me, scratching the shit out of my couches. The cat was going crazy, and I was yelling at the cat. I'm not used to having a cat inside my house. And then I had a huge realization. I'm like, holy cow, no matter what I do to talk to this cat or try to reprimand it, shit ain't gonna change. You can't teach an old cat new tricks. But then I realized that about the cat's consciousness, The cat has a limited view of consciousness. You can't teach a cat algebra or teach a concept subjects. So then I realized there's a lot of people that operate at a certain level of consciousness, and in the past I would debate with them or try to give them my point of view. But I realized a lot of people operate where they are and there's nothing you could do to change them. It's better to accept them. And from there, it gets a lot easier, because I have certain beliefs, they have certain beliefs, and their consciousness at different levels. My consciousness is at a different level than someone else. So instead of trying to prove my point of view or debate them or go back and forth, okay, that's where you're at, that's where you operate, that's where you feel safe. Totally cool, I feel safe at my level of consciousness, and we accept each other. So it was a crazy week, but over time, after I started letting go and accepting the cat and not minding it pissing all over the place and scratching on my house, we got along, After some time, it got used to me and I was petting it, it was purring, and I kind of miss it. It's not here anymore. But that all started with the level of exception and understanding that whether it's a cat or another person, they operate at a certain level of consciousness. And for me to try to change that, it's going to be a very long and difficult uphill battle. I'd rather accept them for who they are and just find peace. So that's the key thing. Life gets so much easier when you accept that a person's at a level of consciousness and you try not to change them.